The sterile white walls of the Galactic Gene Archive hummed with the quiet efficiency of 1,000 automated systems. Eleanor stood before the crystalline observation panel, watching as the Zetherian scientists prepared their equipment. Her companion, Bryson, leaned against the wall with his characteristic nonchalance, arms crossed over his chest. Subject identified, Homo sapiens, female specimen. The lead researcher, Dr. Vexter, announced through his translator. His compound eyes refracted the laboratory's blue light into kaleidoscopic patterns, commencing genetic analysis. Eleanor had volunteered for this examination 3 weeks ago when the Galactic Council had opened its research facilities to human study. Humanity had been part of the interstellar community for only 5 years, and the other species remained endlessly fascinated and occasionally disturbed by Earth's newest members. The scanner descended from the ceiling, bathing Eleanor in amber light. Bryson straightened, his protective instincts kicking in despite knowing the procedure was harmless. They'd both been soldiers once, back on Earth. Old habits died hard. Fascinating, Dr. Vexter murmured, his manipulator appendages dancing across holographic displays. The genetic complexity is ... unexpected. His assistant, a Quilavian named Shenra, chirped in agreement. These redundancy patterns are extraordinary. Why would a species need 17 different genes for threat detection? Eleanor exchanged a glance with Bryson. They'd heard variations of this conversation before. Your mitochondrial DNA, Dr. Vexter continued, his voice taking on a note of confusion, contains encoded information for persistence hunting protocols, muscle memory templates for tracking wounded prey across vast distances, cardiovascular optimization for extended pursuit. He turned his massive head toward Eleanor. Why does your DNA remember how to hunt? The question hung in the air like a challenge. Bryson pushed off the wall and walked closer. You want the anthropological answer or the practical one, Doc? Dr. Vexter's translator crackled. I want to understand why evolution would hard-code predatory behavior into your genetic structure. Most species develop intelligence to move beyond such primitive necessities. Eleanor smiled, though there was no warmth in it. We didn't develop intelligence to move beyond hunting, Doctor. We developed intelligence to become better at it. Shenra's feathers ruffled in distress. But your species achieved spaceflight. You've built cities that span continents. You've created art and philosophy. Why retain these violent genetic memories? Pull up the endurance markers, Bryson suggested. The ones you're seeing in her cardiovascular system. Dr. Vexter manipulated the display. The hologram showed a complex web of genetic instructions, each one optimized for a singular purpose. The ability to keep moving when every other creature on Earth would have collapsed from exhaustion. Humans used to hunt by just following, Eleanor explained. We'd track an antelope or a deer and we'd just walk after it. For hours, for days sometimes. We can't run as fast as most prey animals, but we can outlast anything on 2 or 4 legs. We'd chase them until their hearts gave out, Bryson added, until they literally couldn't run anymore. Then we'd walk up and finish the job. The alien scientists exchanged uncomfortable glances, their translator unit struggling to convey their distress. That's barbaric, Shenra whispered. That's survival, Eleanor corrected. Look deeper into the genetic code. Doctor, what else do you see? Dr. Vexter's appendages flew across the controls. Stress response optimization, adrenaline regulation far beyond what should be necessary for a spacefaring species, neural pathways designed for rapid threat assessment and, oh my, he paused, pattern recognition systems specifically calibrated for tracking moving targets. Every human has these markers, Shenra asked, her voice barely above a chirp. Every single one, Eleanor confirmed. From the moment we're born, our DNA knows how to hunt, how to track, how to pursue. It's written in every cell of our bodies. Bryson pointed to another section of the hologram. See those markers there? Those are for pack hunting coordination. Humans aren't solo predators, Doc. We learned to work together, to communicate, to divide roles and coordinate attacks. That's where language came from. That's where society came from. Dr. Vexter stepped back from the display, his compound eyes reflecting a mixture of fear and awe. Your entire civilization ... It's built on a foundation of predatory evolution. Most tool use too, Eleanor said. We didn't develop tools to build, we developed them to kill more efficiently. The spear came before the plow, the knife before the scalpel. Shenra's feathers had gone pale. When the council debates human integration, they worry about your military capabilities, your aggressive diplomacy. They think it's cultural. They think it can be educated away. But it can't, Dr. Vexter said softly, because it's not cultural, it's genetic. It's who you are at the most fundamental level. Bryson's expression hardened. You asked why our DNA remembers how to hunt, Doctor. Here's your answer. Because for millions of years, the humans who forgot how to hunt didn't survive long enough to pass on their genes. The ones who remembered, who kept that fire burning in their blood, they're our ancestors. We're here because they were the best predators Earth ever produced. Eleanor stepped down from the scanner platform. But here's what your analysis is missing. Doctor, pull up the sections on empathy, on altruism, on cooperative child rearing and community support. Dr. Vexter complied, and the hologram shifted to show another complex web of genetic markers. We're predators, Eleanor said quietly, but we're also the species that adopts orphaned animals from other species. We're the ones who'll risk our lives to save complete strangers. Yes, our DNA remembers how to hunt, but it also remembers how to protect, how to nurture, how to love. The same pack-bonding instincts that made us efficient hunters, Bryson added, also made us loyal friends, dedicated parents, and yes, sometimes fierce defenders of those who can't defend themselves. Dr. Vexter stared at the genetic display for a long moment. You are a species of contradictions. We're a species of survivors, Eleanor corrected. And now that we're out here, among the stars, you'd better hope we remember how to be the second thing more than the first. The laboratory fell silent, except for the hum of machinery. Finally, Shenra spoke. The Council should see this data. They should. Bryson agreed. Let them understand what they're dealing with. We're not going to apologize for what evolution made us, but we will prove that we can choose what we become. Eleanor and Bryson left the Galactic Gene Archive together, their footsteps echoing in the pristine corridors. Behind them, Dr. Vexter and his team pored over the genetic data, trying to understand the beautiful, terrible contradiction that was humanity. Somewhere in their DNA, the memory of the hunt still burned, but walking beside it, just as strong, was the memory of coming home.